Barudak Sampurasun Wilujeng Suping kembali lagi bersama gue si Xeadmar. Dan kali ini kita akan bermain game Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishment. Dan kali ini ya teman-teman, gue tuh sebenarnya nggak terlalu sering atau nggak terlalu paham dengan jalan ceritanya Sherlock Holmes. Cuman ya udah kita mainin aja karena gue suka banget game yang bertemakan detektif. Jadi ya udah kita langsung aja. Ya sudah, kita langsung saja mainkan. Digaskan wae teh, gasken cenah barudak. Jadi langsung ini tadi gua ini aja sih ngetes kayak gimana gamenya sama ngetes ini itu. Oke, in a memory of Ukrainian heavenly frogware present. Oh, ini tuh kayak apa, neuron ya, neuron Sherlock Holmes, Dr. John Watson, Inspector J. Lestrade, Mrs. Hudson, Mycroft Holmes, Ouija, and the PSI. Alright, you can find. Oh, ini kayak tips-tipsnya. Continue. Oke. Apa nih? Gue main pakai keyboard ya. Olah. Apa? Ya, walaupun grafiknya masih biasa aja tapi ya lumayan lah ya. Flicker. Oh, ya apa?
Holmes.
Oh, itu Sherlock Holmes-nya itu. Kita pakai siapa ini enggak tahu. Oh, gitu cara mainnya. Jadi kayak nyari-nyari barang gitu atau kayak gimana, cuman kita lanjutin aja ke sini ya. Ada beruang. Papa Bear. Au. Ini ngaco banget sih. Stop. Oh, gitu. Itu perkenalan ya, move-nya awal.
Stop, Holmes.
Is that you, Watson?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, of
Tadi
course it
siapa?
is.
John Watson.
And you almost killed me.
John
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded.
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate.
Confidence step. Oh, okay. Policeman. Let's stop avoided. Oh, okay.
Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes.
Oh,
Gentleman by the name of
Gue
Peter
punya ini
also
ya,
known as
pemikiran.
Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good.
Can
Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes
already
and no.
begun.
In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The Merdia men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
I shall go alone then. Itu ya apa? Bentar, ini ada Titan. Ini bukan Titan sih sebenarnya. Anatomi manusia cuman kayak Titan ya. Kok Titan? Titan. Oke, ini apa nih? Press tab to open casebook and check it. Tab. Investigate murder, Peter of Carey. Inspect the crime scene at Woodman Lee. Select a suit to wear using personal wardrobe and join Lester at the Woodman. Oke. Oh, ini ada lagi. Apa nih? Oke, ini buat ini ya. Apa buat pindah-pindah mungkin ya? Nggak tahu sih. Oke, ini profilnya si Peter Carey, also known as a Black Peter. 185, bla bla bla. He is a good success in while hunting. Oke, dia itu meninggal di Woodman Lee ya. Ini apa nih? Oh, ini dialog. Tadi kan teman-teman pas si polisinya datang, tadi si detektif atau polisi lah, gue nggak ngerti. Si Lestrade, pokoknya masih Lestrade itu datang, kan tadi muncul ya kayak apa policeman, apa langkahnya gini, 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 gini. Jadi dia tuh bisa berdedukasi dengan hal-hal yang seperti itu. Cuman oke, kita
You
Watson.
go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
Oke, katanya akan
Oh,
membereskan.
what a mess! What a terrible mess!
Oh, bisa nge-sprint. Don't help.
This is where I keep my post. This is where...
Ini apa nih? Ini kamar. Ntar ya teman-teman, ini gue masih... Oke, ini wardrobe ya. Masih apa namanya? Menyesuaikan. Apa nih? Oke, sailor outfit. Oke, kita bisa pakai pilih-pilih ini ya. Pilih-pilih baju ya. Ini udah kayak The Sims aja. Ini keren ya, kayaknya ini. Oke. Kan tadi kita tasknya disuruh ganti baju kan ya. Oke, you're a handsome guy. Oh, salah. Pencet F itu buat imajinasi, T itu buat concentrate. Katanya. Ini apa? Oke, gue masih. Oke. Backstreet tuh ini ya, tempat ini tuh Backstreet. Oke, kita langsung ke Woodman Lee untuk ketemu sama si Lestrade ya. Ketemu sama si Lestrade. Kenapa? Oke. Ini deh. Kita langsung ketemu sama si Lestrade di Investigate the Murder of Peter Carey sama Inspect the Crime. Kita harus ke Woodman Lee kan. Oke, yuk. Langsung aja gaskan. Oke.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Oke. Mari kita uji cara kita beredukasi apa?
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Cara berdedukasi. Gue bisa lari, bisa loncat, nggak bisa. Lambat banget jalan bos. Alright.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
Okay.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Okay. Oke, ini kita mulai bertanya-tanya. Anything unusual that night when the boss is the gardener? Oke. Kita tanya dulu.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Oke. Dia sering berteriak ketika dia mabuk, katanya.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock. I
7
noticed the
o'clock.
cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh ini terus-terusan ya, ini apa?
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here after his retirement.
Oke, after his retirement berarti dia sudah pensiun sailor tadi kalau nggak salah di awal ya. Oke, kita tanya dulu semalam
Can you
sebelumnya.
please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Oke, dia itu sering mabuk.
The garden is very large and
And,
well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Oke. Apa nih? Oke. Oh ini tuh kayak ini loh, kita mencari item ya, bentar. Oh kita disuruh nyari ini nih, nyari item-item ini. Oke. Kalau kita udah menemukan kayak gini, ntar pas dedukasinya gitu ya. About Playman will keep. Apa ya? Clear mage, profile of victim, well kept garden. Oke, salah
You
ternyata
have
ya.
indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs.
Oke,
Carey.
berarti kalau salah tuh kita
Nevertheless,
ngulang
I believe it
ya.
will be less of a burden
Alright,
for
alright.
you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Oke. Oke, kita bisa browse evidence ya, jadi carry woman noise. Unhappy marriage with Peters is very religious Christian Catholic woman katanya, karena tadi dia pakai crescent sama si itu ada salib di situ ya. James April match when she was young. The garden was well kept, a capable gardener would work here. Peter Carey also black. Oke, ini apa? Kayaknya ini ya, April match ya.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth.
Plymouth.
I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Oke, jadi gitu ya. Jadi
Thank you,
sebelum
madam.
kita memutuskan itu kita harus cari evidence-nya harus benar-benar semua ketemu. Oke, kita cek di sini coba.
Mr. Holmes?
Apa anjir, cuman dipanggil doang. Mr. Holmes. Apa nih? Land around stone pathway.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Oke, kita nemu footprint. Footprint left recent path. Woodmanly they have been left by the murder. Perhaps I could find a pair of boot that would match them. Oke, kita dapat footprint ya. Sebenarnya ini ada batunya, cuman dia ngambil di sini, berarti seharusnya kita bisa
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
dengan kita apa ya?
It seems that the garden was well
Menemukan
maintained.
sepatu yang cocok, katanya kita bisa menemukan pembunuhnya ya. Cuman ini nggak ada lagi yang bisa examine apa ya bacanya?
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything. Mr. Holmes?
Oke, kita cek-cek dulu di sini nih. Biasanya sebelum masuk suka ada ini. Cuman kayaknya nggak ada apa-apa ya. Di belakang kabin nggak ada apa-apa. Alright. Oke, jadi kita tuh bisa fokus sama bisa bikin imajinasi gitu. Dan kalau mencet F itu kayak imajinasi ya. Mungkin nanti akan berguna. Cuman untuk saat ini kita masuk dulu ke kabinnya.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Oke, katanya ada orang yang mencoba apa namanya, force itu maksa buka pintu. Kita cek, mencet T ya. Door. I see, ada scratch ya.
These scratches are fresh.
Berarti ada yang nyobain maksa
You're
buka.
right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Oke, hanya gitu ya. Oke, kita langsung open aja, ini mau buka aja lama bang, bener. Mayatnya nggak ada ya tapi ya. Oh, masih ada. Wow.
What a terrible way to die.
Oke, ini terlihat dari tangannya yang megang ini tuh cukup ini sih. Sebentar. Kita lihat dulu ini ada apa aja. Oke,
Old
navigation
navigation instruments, nothing interesting.
Oke, karena dia sailor ya. Oke, kita
Peter
bisa.
carries boots. They look to be a size 8.
Oke, ini nih sepatunya nih ya. Kita udah dapet sepatunya. Sperm
The
whale tooth.
tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter
Paus.
Carey's catches.
Sperm whale tuh paus apa ya namanya? Ya, sperm whale. Self. Special empty space outline in dust.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
Kayak bisa gitu ya. Emang detektif tuh cuman gara-gara ngelihat ginian doang bisa langsung tahu.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 18...
Oh, ini tombak harpun.
Harpoons for hunting whales.
Aduh, salah pencet lagi.
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The
The
force of the blow was immense.
Iya, berarti ini tenaga buat nusuknya cukup
This man is in his 50s,
kencang sih.
yet he still looks quite strong. Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
Oke, iya benar.
This wooden handle is plain and solid. This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
Oke, dia berusaha untuk apa namanya?
Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
Berusaha untuk ini apa namanya? Defend himself. Size egg. Outline dust. Dia tuh tadi katanya dia tuh sempat ngedefend dirinya dulu sebelum diserang, dan dia kayaknya tahu karena dia menggunakan baju ini katanya. Ini apa nih? Notebook.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this note. The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Menarik. Katanya ini jatuh. Apa nih?
These abbreviations mean something.
Katanya jatuhnya bukan ada di lantai tapi jatuh pas dia dibunuh katanya. Alright. Table. Sekarang kita cek table.
Someone drank from this glass recently. The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
Tabako itu apa? Tembakau ya?
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Oke. Kayak katanya Nah. Oke. Susah banget ya.
Horse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
Oke. Menarik nih, seru game, seru. Cuman cukup sulit juga ya.
Rum, a sailor's drink. It seems that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
Oke, dia mabuk dulu ya sebelum meninggal ya.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Kita cek lagi.
The ship's log.
Gak ada ya, tadi itu udah. Tapi gue feeling sih istrinya sih yang bunuh ya. Cuman untuk saat ini gak ada lagi ya. B itu apa? Find a pair clues let the will. No gardener. Apa sih ini maksudnya? Coba. Maksudnya apa gimana? Find the pair related clue and they will perform the education. Red color significant unachievable for combination. Oke, katanya notebook itu sama bentar kok gini sih? Coba jangan gerak-gerak. Nah. Apa nih? An ambush must be made tonight to see if the break-in attempts will be repeated.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry. It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Kok garden?
Hammerfest. Dundee. It's a whaling map.
Oh, di atas juga ada ya? Ada yang bisa di-examine nggak di atas? Check task, make an ambush. Oke, bentar. Cuman satu ya, oke ya. Oke, langsung kena aja. Oke, let's talk to the sheriff. Inspector. Let's straight.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oh, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Oke, katanya kita jadinya prepare untuk menangkap si
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
katanya untuk melihat ya.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Oke, karena dia katanya bakal balik lagi ke malam ini. Katanya si kunci itu dipaksa menggunakan knife blade katanya, biar kita bisa nemuin si orangnya lagi. Katanya pasti dia balik lagi ke malam ini dengan tool yang benar. Makanya kita lihat siapa pembunuhnya nih. Ada yang mau dia cari soalnya di dalam si kabin ini. Kita lihat ya. Belum ada apa-apa. Nah, ada yang buka nih.
Shh. Did you hear that?
Gelap banget sih. Nah, ini nih pembunuhnya nih.
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there.
Tar. Tabako.
Mr. Holmes, come and see what we've caught in our net.
Kalau zaman dulu masih nodong pakai pistol
Who
ya.
are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocence? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In
Bener
light
ya?
of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Oke, katanya kita akan menginterogasi ya. Apalagi nih, cek Scotland Yard. Karakternya masih cuman sedikit ya. Select a sleepwear. Oke, gas. Oke, kita sudah ada di pengadilan.
Mr. Holmes?
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. Can I help you?
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you.
Evidence rooms. Katanya kita harus ke evidence room. Oke, gas.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes. Ini bukan di sini. Apa nih?
These are the suspect's belongings. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean something, but what? These abbreviations...
From Air Dawson to my friend and partner. Alright.
A handkerchief with the initials JHN. A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
Alright.
These abbreviations.
Alright. Apa lagi nih? Di depan nggak bisa. Ini apa? Jalan ke bawah.
Locked.
Itu sih. Oh bukan.
Mr. Holmes?
Nah, John JHN.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know. I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
Mr. Nelligan. Nelligan.
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
Let's kita cari beberapa banyak banget ini. Shabby cap. Patch. Expensive fabric. Short sleeve. Kalush. Scarf. Ini tangannya mencurigakan banget soalnya deh. Terus celananya nggak ada. Aduh, apa lagi nih? Satu lagi nih. Thin neck.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please, let me...
Oke, kita coba. Break and tramp. Nelligan's notebooks. Oke, kita menemukan lagi satu. The break and attempt were made in order to recover the notebook that had been lying in a pool of victim blood. This proved the guilt of the person who made this attempt. Ini membuktikan bersalah sih karena dia nyari notebook. Apa nih? Masih ada ya? Nah, ini dapat lagi. We need to find out the unskilled whether an unskilled and untrained man could use harpoon well enough to kill by fully piercing body.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Okay. Nyari si Watson.
Locked.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Berarti kita harus balik lagi ke interrogate di Scotland Yard. John Nelligan udah, cuman belong to John Hartley Nelligan udah. Watson got to help from harpoon throwing experiment. Oke. Ini eksperimen require kan ya. Oke, sebelum itu kita belum bisa ngelanjutin lagi ya. Gua ngeliat dulu gua udah berapa menit rekaman. 39 menit ya. Oke, coba kita balik dulu ke ini Baker Street dulu. Udah gitu kita ngobrol dulu sama si Watson. Udah gitu kita sudahi dulu videonya. Sabar, sabar. Ini mohon maaf nih, baru belajar. Mana si Watson? Yo Watson.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No. But we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible. But if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
A dog.
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
Katanya kita ke tukang daging ya, Butcher tuh. Hey dog.
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
Oke teman-teman, mungkin untuk episode kali ini segitu dulu aja. Nanti gue akan lanjutin di minggu depan ya. Gue akan upload di hari Selasa, Kamis, dan Sabtu. Mungkin kalau hari Selasa itu Nier Automata, terus Kamis itu Sherlock Holmes, dan hari Sabtu itu adalah Harvest Moon. Cuman kalau untuk Harvest Moon ntar gue kabarin lagi ya. Kalau enggak nanti gue switch aja mungkin kayak gitu. Tergantung gue lagi bisanya yang mana ya. Karena beberapa kadang Harvest Moon itu suka ada ini apa namanya, suka ada problem. Guys, segitu dulu aja. Jangan lupa subscribe, comment, like ya. Kalau teman-teman punya pendapat-pendapat nih, apa misalkan kayak kira-kira siapa nih yang membunuh dan bagaimana caranya si siapa tadi nama ininya, bentar gue lupa jadinya. Si Peter Carey ini dibunuh ya, gimana caranya, teman-teman bisa langsung komen di bawah. Nanti kalau misalkan punya deduction atau dugaan ya, teman-teman bisa langsung aja komen di bawah ya. Mungkin nanti gue akan baca buat membantu gue, karena gue untuk gameplay pertama ini gue masih bingung untuk langsung nebak-nebak gitu loh, karena ini masih awal-awal banget, gue masih belum terbiasa sama si gameplaynya. Oke, segitu dulu aja. Jangan lupa subscribe, komen, dan like. Dan mungkin segitu dulu aja.